And it's time to begin. Apologies for my lateness, had to take care of something. But now we're ready to continue with more Hunter x Hunter. Ravi, it is an honor and a privilege to be your entertainer for this stint of me reading. I hope you enjoy yourself while you're here, and I hope life has been treating you well. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here. Welcome back to yet another live reading of Hunter x Hunter. In the last volume, we learned how the mechanics and got to see in firsthand how the mechanics of Greed Island worked. Such as, you need cards in order to do things, and the main goal of Greed Island is to fill out your entire binder with every item that is in the game. Now, we have Gon and Killua learning how things work, groups trying to recruit them in order to find out how to get through the rest of the game, all that. Nice shirt? Well, thank you. Don't worry, it's not going to be on long because I'm taking a shower directly after this reading. But we learned a lot more about Greed Island and the mechanics therein. Gon and Killua going through it, Biscuit following them, finding out that Biscuit is actually a very strong person, and also finding out that Biscuit is quite older than we thought, in just by word alone, and also the fact that Biscuit is the teacher of Wing, who is the person who taught Gon and Killua about Nen. So, training under Biscuit has allowed Gon and Killua to have better understanding of Nen. Now, mind you, their training is still ongoing, but while they're in Greed Island, Gon is just there to enjoy the game. Because we've seen people kill other people in this game for the sake of getting their hands on the cards, and Gon is all like, I can't believe people are using my dad's game to try and kill each other. Why can't they just enjoy this game? That's Gon. So, with Volume 15, we're going to be going through chapters 140 all the way to 151. So, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer and closer to the halfway mark of Hunter x Hunter. Have to go watch the VOD later? All right, Ravi. I had a feeling you would have to, since the time difference between where you live and where I live are fundamentally different, but I just want to say thank you for being here. But we're getting closer and closer to that halfway mark before I start to get into the later half of Hunter x Hunter, but one step at a time. So let's get started with chapter 140. Chapter 140, they got to Masadora, and we have Biscuit speaking to Gon and Killua.
Okay, we're going to head for Masadora.
And then Gon goes,
Yes! We've seen that the monsters are still intro level. We'll be safe if we head straight to Masadora as the game suggests. So we'll ignore them when we see them.
And then Gon goes,
Finally, some spell cards!
And then Killua goes,
Yep, we need to get some cash first.
And Biscuit holds up her finger, and that gets both Killua and Gon's attention, because remember, she wants them to train with Gyo constantly, so that way, as soon as she puts her finger up, she's using Nen to form a number, and they need to have Gyo in order to see it. And they both go,
Number 9! Correct. But that took way too long. Push-ups for both of you. Ah! About 70 kilometers, 43 miles to go in, say 3 hours. Should be a breeze. Let's go.
And then both Gon and Killua are like, is she serious? 43 miles in 3 hours. Just by either running or walking. But we see them going on this montage as they go to different places. We see, had to move chat over. We see Gon and Killua going by what looks to be a campsite, an empty town, running across the beach.
Oh, that must be it.
And we get to this very large town that has balloons all over the place, like massive balloons or buildings that are shaped like balloons.
I wonder where we can buy spell cards. Hey, you two, help me look for a department store.
What are you buying?
What are you buying?
What are you buying?
It's a secret.
And then we get to a store, and it's a card shop.
Everything is a card. The stores get to save on display space. I prefer to see the real thing first.
And Gon and Killua are being directed by an old man while Biscuit's looking around.
Biscuit, we found the spell card shop. Good. Are you tired? Not at all. Okay, we're heading back to the Badlands. What? What the heck for? What about spell cards? What?
What about spell cards?
What? You don't need them for training. It's not like we're carrying valuable cards.
Well, that's true.
We'll make the return trip in 2.5 hours. Eee!
And then it cuts to Biscuit and them getting right back to the Badlands. Biscuit is fine. Gon and Killua look like they have been run ragged, sweating all over and just absolutely wheezing and tired.
Come on, let's get started. Gain.
And she puts out some cards and it drops a wheelbarrow, some shovels, some flashlights, and some rope.
Now we'll head for Masadora.
And then Killua just goes,
Has she gone senile?
But this time, we'll literally head straight for it.
and she's just pointing. She's just pointing straight through the mountains. She wants them to just go in a straight line. Through the entire canyon, straight to Masadora. No bobbing and weaving, no curves, just going straight there.
This time, we'll literally head straight for it.
And the rocks? Let me guess.
You'll dig through them.
And it shows Gon and Killua just beginning to dig and create a path that'll go straight towards Masadora in a straight line.
It's softer than I thought.
Yeah, we can make a good clip. We can move at a good clip.
And the sun is high, and then the sun is starting to set, as we see Gon and Killua still making a tunnel that goes straight to Masadora. And they keep going.
Better start using the wheelbarrow.
Let's take turns digging and hauling.
And it just shows Gon and Killua just constantly going.
I gotta put my whole body into this. And it feels like the rock's getting harder and harder.
Whoa, it takes a lot of leg and arm strength, or it'll tip over.
And then it shows Gon and Killua breaking through the other side of this small mountain. And they break through, and they're absolutely tired.
We're through.
I can't move anymore.
And both Gon and Killua fall over.
We've only advanced 200 meters, 1/8 of a mile.
And why am I 100 times more tired?
And then we get Biscuit.
Hold it! Sit up if you're going to rest.
And then she motions over to them. And they sit up, and they're kind of confused. And now they have a rope over their heads with a rock attached to it.
This is how you'll sleep. Don't let go of the rope. I'll also throw this knife to cut the rope once in a while, throughout the night. Keep a part of your brain ever vigilant, even at rest.
I forgot she did this in the anime. I completely forgot that she did this. Oh, I have a question. Is it possible to put chapter number on screen? Is it hard to... Hold on. That one little smile. It won't even let me look at chat. It won't even let me look at chat sideways. Wow, that is messed up. I gotta go back to the other thing. Is it hard to find a chapter in a 2-hour VOD? The reason why that's a bit of an issue is the fact that, one, I would need to actually create the numbers for the chapter every single time I go to one. And two, it's unfortunately not that simple as just hitting a button and it shows the number up on the screen itself. That's pretty much the reason why I don't have the chapter numbers up, because it would just detract from me actually reading if I were to do that. So I'm sorry, Ravi. It's just that it's not, unless I learn how to do that where I can just hit a button and it just goes up a number. I currently don't know how to do that for a live stream while I'm reading at the moment. I currently don't know how to do that. Sorry about that, Ravi. That's just kind of how I've always done things, simply because I don't have the button pressed to do it. But I always do my best to call out loud what chapter I'm reading before I get started. That's an audio cue, but as far as visuals is concerned, I would have to make something for every single chapter, and I haven't done that, and I don't have a way of doing it from a button press, unfortunately. There's probably a way, but I just haven't learned it yet. If I do, that'll probably change for the next one. If I don't learn what it is and it's not a thing, then we'll just have to continue as normal. Okay, then no problem. I get you. I get you. As far as like visual wise, knowing what chapter I am currently on. Don't worry, we're still on chapter 140 because these chapters, like you said, do get a little bit long. There's like 20 pages worth. But I forgot this whole moment happened in the anime where she had a rock hanging over their heads.
Keep a part of your brain ever vigilant, even at rest.
I used to do this at home.
And Killua just goes straight to sleep, still holding onto his rope. And then Gon, holding onto his, starts to doze off and he falls asleep. And the rock slips from his fingers. The rope slips from his fingers, and the rock above him just knocks him in the head.
Put it back up yourself.
Okay. Keep my hold this time.
Bonk!
Ow!
Bonk!
Ow!
And then Gon is having a hard time trying to go to sleep or staying awake, and he just has loads of knots all over his head. And Killua was just looking at him as the sun's starting to rise. Actually, not the sun starting to rise, it's starting to really, really set.
You didn't sleep a wink. Take it easy.
I'm fine.
And then time passes, and it's nighttime, and both Gon and Killua look up at the stars.
Huh?
And they both look up. Oh no, they weren't even looking at the stars. They're looking at their rocks, and the rocks above them have somehow gotten even bigger. The rocks that are over their heads is bigger now.
The rocks will get bigger each day. Gon, I gave you extra because you weren't taking it seriously enough.
It won't be too bad. Yet. And mind you, Gon still has knots all over his head. And then it cuts back to Gon and Killua digging a tunnel straight to Masadora.
Ow! What's wrong?
I've really hit hard rock.
Can you get through?
Probably not with a shovel. Maybe with a Nen punch. And then he starts charging up Nen. And then something comes to his recollection.
Huh?
Killua, how was your aura while you were digging?
Aura? How else? Normal.
Think of the shovel as an extension of your body.
Of my body? Oh!
Get it? And then Gon starts channeling his aura straight into the shovel, kind of like hockey infusement of objects in One Piece.
Envelop the shovel with aura, and the digging will be enhanced.
With this, and they start, and soon, all of a sudden, that hard rock just gets easily pierced through. Wow, it's like the rock is made of custard. And then Biscuit's just watching them silently monologuing to herself.
They've discovered chew and fold, but advanced applications use up more energy. Get carried away and...
What happened?
I can't move, or even produce any aura. This training will improve muscle strength, stamina, willpower, and technique. By the time they reach Masadora, they'll have completed the first phase.
By the time we get to a location that is several miles away, they will have completed just the first phase. But that is the end of chapter 140. Onwards to chapter 141. Only 10 more chapters after this. Chapter 141, they went to Masadora already, so I'll go with a different title now. That is... What? I don't know what it is, but that's actually kind of funny to me. Oh, they already went to the place I made the last title, so I'm just going to say this is a different title now. I'm going to say in the title that it's a different title. Chapter 141, they went to Masadora already, so I'll go with a different title now. And it shows Gon and Killua breaking through the other side of the mountain.
We're through!
Good job!
We must have dug 5 kilometers, 3 miles today. It seemed so hopeless at first. We'll make it.
In a few more days!
And then it cuts to Gon and Killua. And they're sleeping. And they have, what is with these? There's something in my eye trying to bother me and disrupt me. You will get out! There we go. We're good now. And it cuts to Gon and Killua. And they're sleeping, and they have even larger rocks above their heads, with Gon's looking slightly bigger than Killua's, and they're sleeping. And then Biscuit takes out a knife, and she throws it and cuts the rope of Gon's boulder, and he immediately wakes up and dodges out of the way, and then just smiles at Biscuit. And then they go back to sleep. Time passes, and it shows Gon and Killua are back at Masadora again.
Whoa! We got to Masadora for the second time!
And then Biscuit goes,
Okay, back to the same place again.
Again?
This time, we're going to collect monster cards. That's every kind of monster we've seen in this region. None of them should be impossible for you. If you're lacking in something, it's the ability to observe and analyze, and to think on your feet. You need combat analysis skills. I won't give out any advice. You'll have to figure things out for yourself.
And so it shows a little montage of Gon and Killua going up against monsters in this canyon. And it shows Gon keeping up with that little puffball creature that was too fast for them to get to in the last volume we read.
This game's creators are pretty ingenious. It's programmed so that the player's guaranteed to get stronger if they play the game in the intended order. I bet I know why his dad created this game. All of it is to train his son.
And then Gon catches the creature by the tail. Yeah, the Hyper Puffball. He grabs the Hyper Puffball by the tail, and it turns into a card.
Got the Hyper Puffball! One must deal with a variety of enemies in Nen combat. The most important thing is the ability to think fast. They must quickly select the appropriate tactic from several options, and then translate it into action. This must become second nature to them. They'll probably have the most trouble with the bubble horse. I guess it would take about a month. Once that's done, they'll have completed the second phase.
And then it cuts to Gon and Killua in the canyon and loads of bubbles from the bubble horse. And Gon goes, Zetsu! And he infuses him, and he starts using Zetsu and manages to not only catch up to the bubble horse, but also grab it around the neck.
Got the bubble horse!
Bubble horse. It confuses predators with red and white bubbles. They don't cause any harm, but the noise is startling. And then Killua is clapping for him.
I'm 2 weeks behind, but I caught up.
Oh yeah? I've been training while you were playing tag.
Killua is stronger and better at analysis, but Gon is focused and recovers quickly. They're an ideal item, an ideal team.
It was so close to looking like Adam.
They're an ideal team. Now then, we'll start to train in defense.
And then it shows Biscuit coating herself in aura.
Yes, Gon, this is the move you're using. This application uses Ten, Zetsu, Ren, Hatsu, and Gyo, Ko, or Temper. Focus all your aura into one part of your body. That makes it far more destructive. And this is how I'll attack you. You will block and defend. You're not allowed to dodge.
Now, given how strong Biscuit is, and she's using Gon's very own technique, very own powered-up aura punch against him, But Gon and Killua's smiles are gone, and they're all like,
Nervous? You should be. As you can guess, a body enveloped in aura has heightened defenses, but an attack using Ko is even more powerful. Even if you block normally, you will get seriously hurt. So what do?
We use Ko too.
Well, half correct. Ko versus Ko. Unless the disparity in power is too great, a well-executed block will protect you. But if you get hit somewhere else, you'll end up dead.
Use Ko for your whole body. Sounds contradictory, but...
Yes, an application of Ten and Ren. Ken, fortify. Envelop your body with a greater amount of aura than normal. Not as defensive as Ko, but this is the most practical solution. With practice, you'll be able to produce more and more aura. Gon, do Ren.
And then Gon does Ren.
Ken is maintaining this state. Stay that way and block my punch.
And then Biscuit is in front of Gon, and she starts bringing her fist slowly towards Gon. Slowly!
Huh? Why so slow?
And then all of a sudden, when her fist connects with Gon at this slow speed, he immediately gets knocked back and sent flying a distance. Killua is shocked. Gon sits up with his face bleeding, and that's when Biscuit explains.
You relaxed because it was slow. If you had lost your Ken, I would have smashed your face in. This is how it feels with Ko alone. Add the fist's intrinsic power and speed, and the attack will be far more destructive.
And then Gon, despite the bloody nose, starts smiling. Lip itchy. Why is lip itchy?
I'll go slowly at first, but you won't get a warning. Try to maintain Ken as long as you can.
And she does it again. And then Gon is trying to... My apologies. Gon is trying to maintain Ken, but then it starts to fizzle out and he drops to his knees.
Gon! About 2 minutes. I never knew. It was so hard to maintain Ren. If you want to fight anyone who matters, you'd have to maintain Ken for at least 30 minutes.
And that's the end of chapter 141. Onwards to chapter 142! This is how I let people know I go to the next chapter, just in case you're not actually watching me and I'm in the background. Chapter 142, The Bomber. And it shows both Gon and Killua still working through mountains, carving them out using Nen to empower themselves. And they go out the other side of the mountain.
We're through! Time to practice Ken!
And Gon continues his training with Biscuit, and he's still getting knocked away by Biscuit. Except this time, he's able to stand still, and he's not getting knocked off balance. But his arm is still kind of bruised up because of all this power that's being infused into him. Aww, I love my dad. He sent me a message earlier. But his arm is still kind of trembling from all this power that's being used against him.
Okay, that was 30 minutes. You've gotten a lot tougher in 1 month.
And he puts up but mind you, Biscuit puts up her finger, and mind you, it's like she's just like motioning for them, but she's really holding up like an actual number. And both Gon and Killua go,
Number 3! Correct. Killua was a split second faster. Gon, 1,000 push-ups.
I could not be Biscuit's student. I'm gonna be real with you. I could not be Biscuit's students. It would be, but then again, I'm only speaking from a real life standpoint and not from a Hunter x Hunter standpoint, so who knows? But from a real life standpoint, I could not be Biscuit's student at all. 1,000 push-ups. You were a split second slower, so you get 1,000 push-ups. If you were a full second, it would be 5,000. No, I quit.
Killua was a split second faster. Gon, 1,000 push-ups.
And he starts doing push-ups.
Now then, we'll start to practice real combat today. Ken.
And it shows Gon and Killua using Ken, both at the same time.
This is an event split between offense and defense. On the other hand, Ko is all or nothing. Think of it as focusing 100% of your aura in one place, while leaving the rest of your body with 0. You normally have, say, 10% of your aura around your body. So if both parties fight with Ken, you won't be able to affect the other. So what do? Use Ko! What did I just say? About how other areas remain vulnerable? Are you listening?
Use Gyo.
Yes! From an even state of 50, here's right hand 70, body 30%.
And she just channels more aura into her fists, but also keeps enough aura protected around her body as well.
Using Gyo, change the ratio of offense and defense to suit your situation. These are the basics of combat you'll have to learn. Right hand 70, body 30. Go! Just an estimate will do. Left foot 80, body 20. Head 60, body 40.
And both Gon and Killua are tired from this practice.
Do half an hour of this 3 times a day. And also, we'll start kumite, or sparring.
Kumite! Oh, I haven't heard that word in a while. Mostly, the most times I've heard kumite was watching Jason Brandt with So Bad It's Good. So,
We'll start kumite, or sparring.
and then a little time passes, and both Gon and Killua are standing against each other, using that aura ratio that Biscuit was talking about.
An even state of 50. This is the neutral position. At the moment of attack, right fist 70, body 30. This is Ryu, flow. Do this.
And she moves her arm so fast that her arm almost looks like it just flat out disappears in front of Gon and Killua. It's not even there.
Do this as fast as you can.
And both Gon and Killua are looking, with Gon going, I couldn't see it at all. She moved so fast that they couldn't even notice it.
Try it slowly at first, but do it smoothly and precisely.
And then it shows Gon putting his fist out, and then also putting aura into his fist, but the time it takes is 13 seconds. It takes so long.
Good enough for now. Begin your kumite. Take turns attacking whenever you want. See where it's going and block. Begin!
And then Killua goes,
I'll go first. Right foot, 55.
and Killua brings his foot up, but it's slow. Right foot, 60, maybe? Left hand, 60. And when that happens, their aura clashes. Right fist, 80.
Left elbow, 80.
And they continue to clash. But mind you, these are being done in slow motion. Not like actual effort put into the movements. They're doing it slowly. And they're both smiling at each other.
People passing by would think they're playing in slow motion, but this is based on one of the advanced forms of kumite.
Flowing dance. A sparring exercise purposefully performed at low speed to perfect the flow of each move. A low-level student cannot adequately parry a master's moves, so no matter how slowly he goes, so it can only be effective when practiced between people of equal skill. Then we get Biscuit.
Don't rush, be deliberate. Do this every day for 2 months and they'll be able to perform Ryu at top speed. The next will be the final phase.
And time passes and we get back to the card hoarders, or whatever their little group is called. They're all in the cave. And we get the leader. Gentlemen, we currently have 133 specified slot cards of 90 types in this room. This is the result of all your efforts. Well done, everyone. Of the remaining 10 cards, we know the locations of 7. We also know which of those cards others have found. They're within our reach. We only have one rival team. Sesgira and his men probably have just as many cards. Oh, Sesgira's having a part to play in this. He's one of the rival teams among the card hoarders. Because he did say he was going to go in before his final time was up and he lost his data. It's hard to get information about them. A showdown with them will probably be our last hurdle. But we have better spell cards and more of them. We will definitely have the advantage in an encounter. Our victory is close at hand. Yeah! And that's everyone else in the room. And then the other member who has glasses goes, "Can I put in a word?" 5 long years. It seems to have flown by. There's something I have to say to all of you at this time. I'm the bomber. He's the dude that blew up the guy's chest when Gon and Killua got to the first town. He's the bomber. He's the bomber. And everyone starts murmuring. Hey, what? Hear me out. The other 9 founding members didn't know about this. They're not my accomplices, so don't blame them. Now here's the thing. I've planted bombs in all of your bodies.
What? What? How in the world? You gotta be kidding me!
Remain calm. Yeah, right! I'll kill you! And then someone appears right behind the bomber, preparing to just straight up take him out. And then the bomber dodges, grabs the guy's face, and blows his face off. Shocking everyone and pretty much confirming his statement. Now, look what you've done. You've disrupted the proper sequence. As you can see, I can blow up things I grab with my hand. I can grab things as large as a basketball. This is a separate ability from planting bombs on people. It's not as lethal, you can see he's managed to survive. But if the bombs I planted on you explode, you will definitely die. And then he gets all serious, and then he starts smiling again. Now then, I'll tell you how to disarm the bombs. And that's the end of chapter 142, onwards to 143. The dude literally just says, like, yeah, I'm the bomber, and I put bombs in all of your bodies. All of you. Isn't that great? Chapter 143! There's something right on my eye. Oh, that hurt. That actually hurt. What is it? Oh my goodness. I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up because I always do so much getting up whenever I'm reading. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yep, I'm good. I don't feel any residue, so I'm good. Chapter 143, Countdown. And the guy that tried to jump him, his face has been completely blown off, like all the way down to the muscle. All the way down to the muscle underneath. Not quite close to the bone, but the dude is not going to be able to smell right for a very long time. I'll first explain how I planted the bombs on all of you. My ability is called Countdown, Sound of Life. I can plant a bomb on a target by saying a certain keyword while touching his body. This keyword is bomber. And suddenly people start realizing that every time he went up to them, he kept saying bomber every time he touched them. And to the brother with the waves, he said to him, I hear the bomber has struck again. And then he put his hand on his shoulder. And then when we get Pahat, he basically fist bumps his chest, going, watch out for the bomber, or you'll spill your guts like the others. To disarm the bombs, you must say, I caught the bomber while touching a part of my body. But as you have seen, I have another ability called Little Flower, a handful of gunpowder. I'll use it to keep you at bay. Good luck trying to disarm the bombs. And then, all of a sudden, people start hearing a ticking sound, and they look, and the bombs have been revealed to be on everyone's bodies, and they see it now. And it's like very large bombs attached to them with wires over everyone's bodies, either on their head, on their neck, their chest, their shoulders, everywhere. Everyone has been affected by these bombs. There they go. Did you wonder why I told you all about my ability? This is how it gets activated. Spell everything out to my targets and the bombs get turned on. And then the brother starts speaking. That's why you chose the day we all assembled here. Yes, I didn't want to wait any longer. Others might get greedy. So I have a proposal. I'd like to exchange the 90 specified slot cards for your lives. Oh, I'm carrying 9 myself, so that makes it 81. Then I'll disarm all the bombs for you at once. Talk it over. We'll make the exchange at Batera's castle, where the consuls are. Choose a representative from among you. He'll come alone. And then Pahat chimes in. Are you crazy? All we gotta do is pin you down and say the phrase. We'd never agree to that deal. You're not getting away with this. You won't set foot out of this cave. And then the bomber just smiles and then goes, book. And before anything happens, he takes a card out, aims at the leader of the card group, and then screams, "Leave on!" See you soon! And the dude just goes flying right out of the cave.
He left the game!
We have to go after him! Use leave!
Wait, if we leave the game now, we'll lose our spell cards!
Transfer the cards into your free slots to someone else, or our whole plan will be ruined! Hold on. What if he gets away in civil world? We'll run out of time and die. We should take the deal. No way. We have no guarantee he'll actually disarm the bombs. Calm down. It's not a good idea to go after him. Have you forgotten why we banded together? We lack combat abilities. Yeah, dude just straight up, and now, I need to correct something. I was under the impression that he sent the leader flying, but he actually said leave on, and he's the one who just flew out of the cave immediately. So the bomber basically just dipped. Sorry, I had to understand that for myself. Have you forgotten why we banded together? We lack combat abilities. He's probably with his real accomplices outside the game. He's revealed his true colors. He's a killing machine. Is there anyone here who could beat him? No, he's quite talented. He conjured more than 60 bombs at once. He's just powerful enough to be fatal, and they also function as time bombs. He's well balanced in emissive, manipulative, and conjuring abilities. And he was quick on his feet. Even if all of us here were to go at him, his little flower would stop us. Darn! After we've come so far! He's been planning this for 5 years, probably even longer. He kept hunting players as the bomber, so it wouldn't seem unnatural to use it as the keyword. He killed all those people for that?
For what? Are you kidding me? It's 50 billion Jenny! That jerk!
But the timer is still going. But... Hey, they're counting down at different speeds! And everyone starts to notice that everyone's timers is... accelerating for some.
You're right!
Hey, is mine faster than yours?
Why?
Does anyone know? And then the brother with the curly hair goes, Pahat, read off my number, the lowest digit. It's the same as my pulse. The bombs are linked to our heart rates. If our hearts beat faster due to stress or exercise, they count down faster. They started at 6,000, so they'll reach 0 in about an hour. So what? This doesn't help us at all! Don't get worked up. Anyway, we need to have a united front. Do we give him the cards or fight him? We have to give him the cards. Yeah, you can say that because your share is smaller. Mine was 20 billion, darn it! You're gonna die. You want to spend it in the afterlife? What did you say? Let go! You're making it count down faster! Can we do something? And then there's a smashing sound, and it's the leader of the group. Jispa's count is down to 3,500 already.
Hang on!
He has even less time than the rest of us. Please, we have to hand over the cards. I beg you. And he's got tears in his eyes because this is a fellow comrade of his. Then we get to the main castle with the consoles, and the person that shows up in front of the bomber is Pahat. Well, well, and I thought Nikes would come. And I thought you'd be lying in wait with others. I am. Haven't you noticed? And it shows more people just suddenly appearing around the bomber and Pahat. And they all have these weird symbols on his forehead. Of course not. They're both more skilled than you. So, let's have the ring. And then Pahat doesn't say anything. What's the matter? I can't. We haven't decided yet. Nikes wants to use the Archangel's breath on Jispa. Are you out of your mind? Would you rather I go back there and finish him off right now? Go back and bring me the 81 cards. This isn't good for either of us. They're confused, it's other chaos. If time runs out and we all die, the data on the rings will be gone. But I can't... And then... This isn't good for either of us. What? They're confused. I almost missed what he said. They're confused, it's utter chaos. If time runs out, we all die, the data in the cards will be gone. But I can't... And then Pahat gets strangled by the bomber. You mean you can act as a go-between? Trying to get on our good side? Or are you trying to negotiate? I'll show you what real bargaining is. The trick is to show how calm yet crazy you are. Wait! If you can't kill me, my ring! Ah! And Pahat is dead. He died. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. The bomber just blew Pahat's head off. Literally grabbed his neck and blew up his neck. He's dead. He's dead. I didn't think he was gonna die. I forgot that. I forgot that from the anime. He is dead. Don't worry. The card data won't be lost if you kill a player outside the game. I've tried it already. It's an unofficial rule. I'd bet you're not carrying valuable cards anyway. Pahat is dead. That dude is gone. Whoever sent him in, if he volunteered for that, stupid on him. If someone volunteered him for that, they royally messed up. But that's the end of chapter 143. Onwards to chapter 144. Chapter 144, release! And we get back to the card holders as someone starts to go, and we get back to the entrance of Greed Island, which is that little tower that's in the midst of the plains. And one of the people that is with the bomber walks down the stairs. Here you go. And he has a bag with something in it, and the bag he tosses towards the other card holders is the head of Pahat. If you fail to bring the 81 cards next time, the deal is off. Leave. Give me the spell card leave. I'm going to leave the game, so give it to me. Leave is very rare. Yo, Simple, good to see you. I hope your day has been well. We are currently reading through chapter 144 of Hunter x Hunter. If you fail to bring the 81 cards next time, the deal is off. Leave. Huh? Give me the spell card leave. I'm going to leave the game, so give it to me. Leave is very rare. We can't just give it to you. Hey. And then the dude with the tattoo on his forehead doesn't say anything. Then I have no choice. It's impossible to disarm the bombs if I don't go back, you know. What? I'm a bomber too. Genthru is the main guy, and we're his wingmen.
but 3 of us make the bomber. We put our right thumbs together and say a word which eliminates all planted bombs. That's the other method to disarm the bombs. Well, if I can't get back now, I'll take my time getting back the normal way. So you all can die.
Hey, wait a minute. Here, use this. And dude with the afro takes the card out and just hands it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And dude with the tattoo just socks this guy directly in the face.
You should have done that to begin with. We'll need leaves when we make the handoff, too. Have 3 of them ready.
And then he leaves and gets back to Genthru, which is the name of the main dude who started all of this. Then the leader of the cardholders of this, like the leader of the group, he shows up in front of Genthru.
There you are, finally. Give me the ring. Jispa is dead. Okay. The ring. Disarm the bombs first. No way. I have to take that ring inside the game and confirm that all the cards are in the binder. The binders won't appear outside the game. We disarm after that. I'll only say this once more. Give it to me.
And then the leader just has the ring up, and Genthru just snatches it. First of all, you don't snatch nothing from nobody's hand. That gets you snatched, okay? I learned that from a very young age. You don't ever snatch something from someone's hand. That's disrespectful, and that leaves you liable to getting your head case just knocked around just a little bit. Snatch something from me if you want to. I'm sorry. That's just how I've been brought up. That's just how I've been brought up. Let you be a grown man and you snatch something from my hand. You gonna get the hand too, but it ain't gonna be in yours. It's gonna be in your face. Now, I'm not a violent person. I'm not. I would never do that. It's just funny to say, but I would never do that. But just don't snatch nothing from nobody's hand. Not everybody can be as calm as me. But he hands up the ring and then Genthru snatches it.
Put it on, sub. You sure? I have my own. If you put on a second ring outside the game, your original data gets overwritten. Okay, shall we get back inside? Who were you again?
And everyone goes back into the game. And then the leader sees all of his members and they go,
How'd it go?
Are we safe yet?
Book.
And then all of them look into the book with all the cards and they all start smiling. Genthru and his cronies.
All 81 specified slot cards. I see them all here.
We did as you said. Now disarm the bombs.
We'll keep our promise, of course. But first, give us the leaves to leave the game.
And they give the leaves to the bomber and his group.
We have a deal. Sub, Bada. Here we go.
And they all put their thumbs together and they go, release! And everyone dies. Everyone dies. Everyone dies. Everyone dies. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew they were gonna kill them all. I knew it. I knew they were gonna kill them all. I knew they were gonna kill them all. I just felt, they have literally no obligation to allow these people to live. Every single person who has a bomb, it's a double spread, full-on panel of every person with a bomb dying and exploding. Every single one. That's so messed up. If you guys want to see what I'm seeing, just look up Hunter x Hunter chapter 144. I cannot show images because of copyrighted reasons, and I would very much like to keep my job here on YouTube, you know? Being a full-timer, I would very much like to have all those options still open to me without copyright reasons obstructing. So I unfortunately can't show you what I'm looking at, But if you just look up Hunter x Hunter alongside, you can read along with me and see what I see.
I've released you from your fear.
As if I'd keep a promise with you losers. Release is the trigger word. And every single members of those card holders, all of them dead, including the leader, whose head is just slightly out further than everyone else's. Very distinct from everyone else's. Genthru and his group just walk away after just murdering every single one of these people. And from this, we move from Genthru to Gon and Killua, still going through combat training. And when they were punching fast at first, they were punching slow at first, now they're getting faster.
Yeah! Ha! Time for a break. Thank you.
And both Gon and Killua are smiling towards each other.
It's been 2 weeks. Nice progress. I thought it would take 2 months. We can go to the final phase now. Huh? By training by type of Nen.
And she's holding up her finger again.
3! Correct. It's a tie. Gon is an enhancer. Killua is a transmuter. You could focus only on your own type, but you won't have much range and techniques, and it's not even an efficient way to learn, believe it or not. A bell curve is the ideal shape.
Eh?
Of the time spent training the types except special, centered on your own type. You learn your own type faster through all-around training. 9!
And because she's holding up her finger again.
Correct. It's a tie.
Where do I read manga? Officially from viz.com. That's where I read all of my manga from. Whenever I do reactions to One Piece, Sakamoto Days, and pretty much any other manga, One Punch Man, and everything in between, it's always from the official site on Viz. Every time.
You learn your own faster. You learn your own type faster through all-around training. 9! Correct. It's a tie.
Not bad. You too.
Okay, let's get started.
Okay. And then it cuts to time in a different location. And we get some people on a yacht with very familiar body shapes.
Bingo. It really exists in real life.
It's the Phantom Troop! Shalnart, Finks, Kortopi, Franklin, and Shizuku, and Phaeton. They are all sailing because of the Phantom Troop, we learned that Greed Island is not some separate dimension inside of a video game. It is literally just another location in the world that actually exists. But using Greed Island to get there is that main method. Greed Island exists within the real world. The game just teleports you to that location on the planet, not actually teleporting you inside of a game.
It really exists in real life. We can't be sure yet. There are plenty of privately owned islands not listed on maps.
You doubt me.
And this is Franklin and Shalnark, respectively.
We've analyzed the composition of the rocks we brought back. The ecoclimate is right and the location is isolated from all commercial sea routes. That is Greed Island.
And the woman that we saw at the beginning, the guide, she can tell that the Phantom Troop, intruders, have infiltrated the space of Greed Island.
Intruders.
And that's the end of chapter 144. Onwards to chapter 145. Chapter 145, Janken. Or Jonken.
Enhancement.
Ooh, Jonken Pon. Oh, I get it.
Enhancement exercise. Level 1. Breaking rocks.
And Biscuit is holding up a rock. Also, another thing is that since her left pigtail was cut off by that crazy scissors dude, Benolt, she's now fashioned her hair to be just like one singular ponytail now. So it's not as asymmetrical and distracting.
Enhancement exercise level 1. Breaking rocks.
And she takes a rock and infuses it with Nen, and then breaks another rock under it, but keeps that rock completely intact.
Break rocks with another rock. You pass when you smash 1,000 rocks with one rock in one day. Begin!
And both Gon and Killua,
1.
Gon goes, 1! And they both start breaking rocks with other rocks. But the rock in Gon's hand completely breaks.
Oops, it broke.
You only get to use one rock per day. Once it breaks, that's it.
Drat, I got up to 150.
189.
And this Killua is still going.
This is rough. I have to maintain Shu and code to enhance the rock's hardness. I only have to max the aura around the rock at the moment of impact, but it gets mentally and physically exhausting with repetition. I can tell I'm getting less and less precise.
And then he starts to, he breaks his rock.
That's it. I failed. Ah! What are you talking about? It usually takes weeks to get over 100 rocks.
Let's do a transmuter exercise next.
Don't be hasty. As a rule, only work on one type a day. There would be no point if you neglected the basics. 6. Correct. Another tie.
Again? We've had ties for a while.
That means Gyo has become more of a reflex.
It's boring. Rock, paper, scissors? The loser does 500 push-ups and sit-ups. Oh, challenging me, the current champ? Bring it on! Show me rock! John Ken Bone!
And they're just doing this in front of Biscuit, and she's just smiling, just letting them.
I won!
And Gon won, and Killua has to do the 500.
Hey, did you know that rock, paper, scissors is based on martial arts principles?
Huh? Nope.
Palm is paper. Knuckles, scissors. Fist is rock. A palm strike shocks internal organs. Knuckles for vital points. A punch causes muscle and bone damage. Long ago, martial arts were considered evil and destructive and were forbidden. Masters continued training by pretending to play. The etymology of Janken comes from Jaken, or the evil art.
Old people know a lot of stuff.
Ah! And Biscuit proceeds to punch Killua just into the sky.
That's it! Gon?
Oh no, Gon is the one who goes,
That's it!
Gon?
Jaken.
and then Gon is just looking at his fist. And then we cut to another location where we get the Phantom Troop going ashore. And then Shizuku's all, because they literally just jump into the water and just walk out of it like it's nothing.
All wet.
Blinky can suck out the water.
And this is Shalnark speaking to Shizuku.
So, where are we on the island? Let's steal in a company so we can go anywhere.
But then they stop because one sole person starts, Yo, Kitten 1, it's good to see you. The legend is here. Good to see you. I hope your day's been good. But we get one sole person walking towards the Phantom Troop.
It's been years since we've had an uninvited guest. It makes me nervous.
And it's just a well-built, tall dude with long, like, relatively medium-length hair, but most of it is, like, on top, and it's spiked upwards.
It makes me nervous. I just want to make sure. You're not castaways, are you? It's impossible to accidentally drift to this island due to the currents. This guy's tough. Who are you? Our guide? One of the game's creators. My name's Razor. I'm in charge of emissive systems. I make most spells work.
And then he takes something out of his pocket, and it's a card.
This is a special spell that can only be used by a game master. A cheat for a cheat. I'm sorry, but you'll have to leave.
And it's a card called -3. Card number -3 called Eliminate. ruler only, sends everyone who trespasses on Greed Island through wrongful means somewhere on the ASEAN continent. Or is it the Asian continent? We'll welcome you back as long as you arrive the right way. There's an item you can get by fighting me, so I'm sure we'll meet again if you play. And Finks gets upset. I'm awesome. You just placed 7th in your school exams. Congratulations! We are so proud of you. I know your parents are proud. But know that I am proud of you as well. I keep telling your mom that her kids are geniuses. I am just so undeniable. Seriously, I am proud of you, though. All jokes aside, well done. Well done. Well done. Finks gets upset going, fine, we'll be back through the front door next time. Eliminate on. And using that card, Razor just sends all of the Phantom Troop just sailing and just sends them away. That was some group. And Razor's looking at their boat. And then he makes a orb appear in his hand. And it's a shining orb. And he just tosses it up. And like it's volleyball, he spikes it towards the ship and blows it up. We can't have you using that boat anymore. That shouldn't be here. Up! Boom! And then a literal boom. Blows it up. Woo! I like characters like these. Then we cut back to Gon, and he's in front of a rock. Show me rock! John Ken! And then Gon punches the rock. Rock! And it's, this is a beautiful double spread panel here with him just smashing into the rock screaming, rock! And the stone obliterates. But it also shows that he might have been training on this rock a little bit because it looks like there's a little bit of blood from him trying to punch this rock. I could be wrong, but it just looks that way. But the rock explodes from the punch. And even Killua's amazed.
Oh, I see.
Next, show me rock! John Ken paper! And then instead of this time, he puts his hand out, but the nen around his fist doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything at all.
Biscuit, how do you emit nen? Practice.
And then we cut back to the Asian continent. And it shows the Asian continent. It just shows the Asian continent where everybody is. And that's the end of chapter 145. Onwards to chapter 146. Chapter 146? Abengane? I want to say that's the right way to pronounce that, Abengane, because I did pronounce Ging's name wrong. I said Jing, and I said Ging, but it's Geen. But I really hope I'm saying Abengane's name right. Chapter 146, Abengane, Part 1.
Rock uses enhanced aura. Paper uses emitted aura. So scissors must use transmuted aura?
Yeah, John, Ken, scissors! And slice through stuff, see?
You want to make it into a blade? Makes sense. Kids do stuff like this.
It takes time to build up nen. It's unavoidable. I've wanted to do something with that time. When you told me about John Ken, it hit me. I like the game a lot, too.
Gut feeling is very important. It's essential that your signature nen ability is something you identify with and feels right for you. I hoped you'd explore and discover it during training. Guess you're squared away.
And then Killua chimes in, and he puts his fingers together, and he starts creating electricity, and then it extends out to his fingers.
This is all I can do for now, but I can generate more after charging up. I'm all ready too. I just need to find the best way to apply this.
That's amazing! Like an electric eel!
Bad analogy.
Turning aura into electricity at his age? Terrifying. But also tragic. His life must have been hell. It's a miracle that he can smile at all.
But it shows Gon smiling genuinely and Killua smiling genuinely.
They really make a perfect team. Shall we call it a day then? It's a bit early, but how about a party?
Huh?
How do you celebrate in your countries?
Celebrate? I guess
I guess you were too caught up in training. It's almost New Year's Eve in the real world.
Huh?
Didn't you know? The game is taking place in real time.
Oh no. Oh no. Huh?
The Hunter exam!
Oh yeah, it's that time of the year.
You have to apply! Soon!
Training was just starting to be fun. Training was just starting to be fun, too. But the exam's only once a year. What day is it today?
December 29th. The application deadline is December 31st, so you're cutting it close.
We'll have to get back outside the game. How do we get out again?
The Alliance members mentioned going somewhere to do a certain task.
Oh wait, this is Killua.
The Alliance members mentioned going somewhere to do a certain task. I think there's a spell card that does the same thing.
Shall we go to Macedora then?
Yes!
And then they go back to Macedora.
Killua, that was too fast!
You're too slow.
No, you are too fast! Because apparently they raced all the way to Macedora and Killua beat both Biscuit and Gon.
Shall we sit down for some tea?
No, we have to hurry. Let's go ask at a shop.
The way off the island, it'll cost you 3,000 Jenny.
Oh well.
Go 50 kilometers, 30 miles west, and you'll find the only port in the country. But the harbor master's not nice and makes unreasonable demands of travelers who want to leave the island. But he'll let you through if you bribe him, so make sure you have plenty of money.
How much?
Depends on his mood at the time.
Huh?
A spell card can also get you out, but it's pretty rare, so you might have a hard time getting one.
What do you think?
Sorry, I was just messing with family a little bit. Messing with family and denim. But back to it.
A spell card can also get you out, but it's pretty rare, so you might have a hard time getting one.
What do you think? The port or buy spell cards?
Probably port.
The card might not show up no matter how much we spend. If it's maxed out, for example.
True.
We never spend any time there.
It's just not meant to be, I guess.
And both Gon, Killua, and Biscuit leave Macedora. Then we get to a forest. And they start fighting creatures.
Yo!
And they're fighting what appears to be giant wolfmen?
Careful! They look the same, but they attack differently. I see it!
And they start attacking Gon and Killua, and they're just easily dodging them and contending with all of these wolf-looking creatures. And they are actually called wolves. They're just regular wolves, despite the fact that they're walking upright and they have weapons. They're just simply wolves. And they get a card called Alpha Wolf. Card number 598. The leader of a pack of wolves that attacks travelers and the most powerful rank C monster. His minions reappear indefinitely until he is defeated. Well, that's a perfect XP farm right there.
Almost annoying how perfect they are. I'd bet they'd even crush rank B monsters now.
And Biscuit is just easily contending with these monsters as well. Then they get their hands on another ticket, transport ticket, good for one trip off of Greed Island, obtained by bribing the harbor master or by knocking him out. Otherwise, he gives you infinite quests. Oh, you either have to bribe him or just straight up beat him down in order to get this card. Interesting.
I'll ace it and come right back. Gain. Good luck. Magical beasts called Kiriko live at the Lone Pine near Dole Harbor. Tell them you're my friend and they'll take you to the exam.
Rotate practice. Transmuting, enhancing, transmuting, conjuring, and transmuting.
Got it.
And then Killua prepares, he basically uses his card in order for him to get out.
Well, back to Masadora to continue training.
Os! Biscuit, my free slots are filling up with monsters.
Oh. Well then, we'll camp out near Masadora from now on. Sell the monsters and save the money at a shop in town. Come on now, time's a-wasting. Transmuting exercise level 1. Shape-shifting.
Okay.
And Gon is trying to use his own aura to create a shape out of his own nen.
You pass when you can form the numbers 0 through 9 within 1 minute. The final goal will be 5 seconds. Ow!
Don't forget to watch where you're going. Oh, wait.
Don't forget to watch where you're going.
So while they're running, Gon gets distracted and he hits something. But we get Killua, who gets back to the exit point and he sees the guide.
Welcome.
Is this where I came in? No, though she looks familiar. Using the same character model happens a lot in video games. That way they don't have to design more.
Yeah, Bethesda is very famous for this.
Leaving the island, please specify your destination.
I want to talk about Bethesda, but now's not the time.
There are more than 50 ports you may choose from.
Do you have Dole Harbor?
Yes, we do. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
All right, sir. The data in your free slots will be deleted when you leave. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll be waiting for your return.
And then the guide presses a button, and then Killua is back in the real world again.
I'm back in the real world? Doesn't feel any different.
And then Killua looks at his ring and goes,
Book!
and nothing happens.
So, you can't use it out here. Wow, 3 months really have passed.
And then Killua has filled out his application to take the exam again.
Application complete.
What's Bethesda? Bethesda? Okay, Bethesda. Like, it's my pronunciation, so that's on me. Bethesda, Bethesda, is a game company. They're basically the game studio that created Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls, and the Fallout games, and Starfield, and Fallout 76. They used to be good. They're not anymore. It's unfortunate, but they seem to be on a downward spiral. It makes me want to do an expo on them like I did Xbox. But they are a game company that I used to revere, and now it's like I could not care less if they were to go under because they just keep making bad decisions. But Too Long Didn't Read, a game company that used to be great, and now it's just another game studio. Yeah.
Application complete. The exam is in Biscafmaro.
I'm surprised I said that in the first go.
The exam is in Biscafmaro. Never heard of it. Guess I'll head to the Lone Pine. But first, a shower.
And then we cut back to the game. Yeah, then we cut back to the game, and it's Gon and Biscuit, and something comes flying towards them.
That sound.
And something lands in front of them. And it's the brother. The brother's still alive! Every one of those card holders were died, but the brother's still looking smooth. He's still alive.
Huh. So your friend isn't here.
Aren't you? Gosh, what's that on your shoulder?
The bomber got us. Hear me out.
And he's all like, yeah, I ain't got time. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what's going on. See, I am so grateful there's someone who's explaining stuff. So many times we see movies and TV shows and video games where people could tell you, hey, there's something going on here. Let me go ahead and tell you immediately. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, for example. That's awful? Yeah, it is. Your mom will tell you more. Trust me. Because we both greatly enjoyed Bethesda games, but they just ain't there no more. So, if you were to ask her about Bethesda, she will tell you just as much. But JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is an example of why people take too long to explain stuff that's going on that could save lives, and they spend literally like a half an episode just saying like, you just gotta believe me, but they don't explain why the person needs to believe them. You just gotta just like, for one example in the Golden Wind, when Bucciarati, and I think it was Bucciarati and Narancia, were going up some stairs, and something was about to happen to Bucciarati, but whichever one of the members of Bucciarati's group tried to tell him and warn him that something was bad, but Bucciarati was all like, you need to explain to me what's going on. Why can't I do this? But the guy was all like, you just gotta believe me. Don't take another step. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And I'm like, just tell him! It was literally one of the most annoying parts of Golden Wind when I was watching it, because I'm like, just tell him what's going on. You saying don't do this and don't do that, but not explain what is going on is not engaging. It's not tense. It's just annoying. Just say what's going on. So I'm grateful for this dude saying like, hear me out. Just immediately lands. He doesn't say like, the bomber got us. Hear me. Hey, we got by the bomber. Let me tell you why. I'm so grateful that there's someone who gets to the point. But that's the end of chapter 146. Onwards to chapter 147. We are almost done with this reading. Just 4 more chapters to go. Chapter 147, Abengain, Part 2.
And that's what happened. The others are waiting in our hideout for the bomber to disarm our bombs. But I'm betting he won't keep his word.
Can't something be done? At this rate?
Yes. If all of you attack at once, maybe we'll survive his little flower.
It won't happen. The first dozen or so to jump him will be sacrificed. Who would want to go first? Chispa was the most proficient in combat among us, and we saw how he ended up. We were already doomed at that point. Our fatal mistake was letting him leave the game. Our minds simply couldn't keep up with what we were seeing. Another crucial point was that he took advantage of the lull after we confirmed our recent spoils and reshuffled the cards among us, but before we examined the cards and duties we were assigned. A moment when we were patting our own backs. Well, even if he'd chosen another time, we wouldn't have been able to deal with it. Our attack plan had become a routine focused on 2 points. 1, preventing enemy spell attacks, and 2, taking specified slot cards. And we always executed our attacks after casting Peek to ascertain the enemy's spell cards. We stopped thinking for ourselves, and we certainly never had to deal with someone who casts leave. He held 70% of the leaves after all. I hate to admit it, until the moment he cast a spell, the whole thing just felt like a bad practical joke. It was all I could do just to try to understand what he was saying. He was calling all the shots, caught off guard like that. There's probably no way to stop the bombs from getting activated. That's why I wanted to warn you. I thought you guys were the most promising among those I've met here. I'd like to teach you about spells, but I have no time.
Must use my remaining spell cards to warn others. Please, spread the word about the bomber. When you know what's coming, you can form a strategy. And if you can, avenge us. At the very least, don't let him clear the game. Return on. The bun's in.
And then brother just flies off from Biscuit and Gon. And then he gets the buns in.
Actually, they were the only players I could meet with magnetic force. But flattery will work wonders. I'd like to increase my chances even to 0.01%. Now then, Nike should be going to meet up with the bombers soon. If what they promised turns out to be a mass detonation, I'm running out of time. I better begin.
And then brother just makes a fire. Brother just makes a fire and he goes,
Unga mura sanminga dura, intera minga zembera lubra.
and then he goes,
O spirits of the forest, remove the unclean nen possessing my body.
and then he takes some leaves from a branch and creates like this little straw doll and tosses it over a fire.
Now then, what will it be?
And he's standing next to the flames. And then the flames just go up. The flames just go up massively in front, and something starts to come out of the fire.
It's a big one, as I feared. Countdown is a powerful nen.
Abingane's ability utilizes the power of the forest spirits, the life energy.
Oh wait, this is an explanation of this Nen ability. Abingane's ability utilizes the power of the forest spirits, the life energy of forest flora and fauna, and combines it with his conjurative ability to create a Nen beast that exercises other people's Nen abilities. The size and appearance of the beast are based upon the power and nature of the target Nen ability. This creature will linger until the death of the originator of the eaten Nen ability, or until Abingane satisfies the conditions to disarm the Nen. However, even a Nen beast cannot eat Nen left behind by the dead. And then the creature crawls up on, I think his name is Abingane. Wow, I've been saying his name this whole time. I no longer need to call him the brother, but Abingane's Nen beast crawls up on him and basically eats the bomb off of his shoulder.
Phew. At least I won't have to worry about detonation, but I've got myself a troublesome companion. Well, I plan to use a disguise anyway. The bomber will kill us. He'll assume he succeeded. Don't wiggle. I'll use it to my advantage.
So Abingane basically covers up his body to hide himself to make sure that the bomber can't tell that he's still alive. Wow. That's convenient to have a Nen beast that could just eat off this incredibly lethal bomb that could have killed him. I wonder how useful this could have been to everyone else. It's a good thing he wasn't there for the mass detonation at the entrance of the game.
So, what do we do?
Our plan doesn't change.
And this is going in Biscuit.
We can't save them, but we can try to fulfill their last request. We need to get stronger to do that.
Even if we wanted to help them, we can't get to their hideout without spell cards. It'll be too late by the time we get to Masadora from here.
Biscuit, when do you think my signature move will be perfected?
Your Nen is still developing. It won't be for years. Perfecting it is a lifelong process.
Oh,
But it won't be long before you achieve what you envision.
really? When?
And then we cut away from Gon to Killua as the shapeshifter creatures, the Kirikos, are sniffing him. Yep, you smell like Gon.
But I took a shower.
I miss the lad. Don't worry, we can take you. It'll take 4 days from here.
I'd like to get back as soon as possible. I want to pass it ASAP.
But the exams start on a set day.
Oh, yeah. We'll get you there by the day before. Tell us of your adventures with Gon.
What happened since the exam?
Sure. Well, he came by my house.
And then Killua proceeds to tell him everything that happened ever since we went to Killua's home, all the way at the Zoldyck Mansion, all the way up to him leaving from Greed Island. So there a lot of progress, including the tower as well.
By the time Killua gets back.
The exam starts on January 7th, and it usually takes at least a week, at most a month. Either way, you'll have at least 2 more weeks. You'll probably make it.
Great! I'll give him a big surprise!
If you can learn this exercise. Taking a while, huh?
As Biscuit is in front of Gon, and she can tell that Gon is still having trouble transmuting Nen into shapes.
This is really hard.
And then Gon continues.
Biscuit?
Hmm?
Maybe we should try to go to their hideout.
It's past the deadline. We don't know where it is. And we have no spell cards to get us there.
I know, but maybe some of them are still alive.
Not likely. He can plant bombs on someone without their knowledge. He wouldn't be so negligent. But it's likely we'll come across the bomber as we play the game. We may need to go to their hideout to look for clues sooner or later. Maybe it's time we start collecting spell cards. Want to cash in our monsters and go to the spell card shop?
Yeah!
You're lucky, they've been sold out. Oh wait, this is a woman.
You're lucky. They've been sold out, but we just got a new shipment.
The cards they're hoarding. The cards they were hoarding.
Please open the packs while you're in the store. You must put the cards in your binder before you leave. If there are any that don't fit, they'll disappear when you leave, so make sure you don't buy too many. We can't fill up our slots.
But the more the better.
They buy 60 spell cards between them. 1 fortress, 1 recycle, 5 lists, 2 accompany, 4 contact, 2 peek, 2 fluoroscopy, 8 defensive wall, 3 reflect, 1 magnetic force, 4 returns, 1 origin, 2 leaves, 1 clairvoyance, 1 drift, 1 collision, 4 drawbridges, 1 mug, 1 dispel, 1 blackout curtain, 1... Wait, it doesn't even say the name. It doesn't even say the number of blackout curtain. It just says blackout curtain, 1 trace, 1 guidepost, 6 analyses, and 4 lotteries. And we get the fortress card. 1,000, card number 1035. Protects all cards in the slots of 1 binder page against theft or destruction by spells as long as they remain in their slots. The page cannot be a free slot page.
What do we do? This card is ultra rare, isn't it?
Yup, rank S, and there are only 10 of them.
Do we keep it? Should we use it now? Don't you know more about video games than me?
I don't. I never played video games before.
Not so loud! People will get suspicious.
Let's ask a trade shop for more information. If only Killua were here.
And while they're being frantic, they walk away, but someone was listening in the entire time. And then we get back to the Cutico's home. And Killua sneezes because someone mentioned his name. That's the end of chapter 147. Onwards to 148. We're making good time, ladies and gentlemen. Chapter 148. The exam begins. And Gon starts channeling Nen, and he creates this little orb on his finger.
Okay, it's been a minute. Go.
And then Gon just flicks this little bit of Nen out away from him, but it dissipates before it gets at least a good 5 feet away from him.
Oops. It won't reach at all.
It's okay. You're better at it than transmuting. He seems to be an enhancer leaning towards a mission. Patience. First, maintain the shape of this discharged aura.
Okay.
The time you can keep it afloat is proportional to the strength of your 10. You should be able to make it float for a couple of days when you get used to it. And you'll make that distance within the day.
Okay.
Oh, you were right! And he flicks it again, and it reaches all the way a far distance to the rock he was originally throwing it towards.
That was fast! Proof he's been practicing 10 and Ren every day. Okay, back to the basics.
And then Gon gets into that battle stance, and he just starts training with his aura around him. You know, the ratio of aura, a certain amount of aura around his body and around the fist or body part he's using for attack. And then he puts it into his fists, and it goes from his body into his fists with almost instantly.
You're doing well. Right on schedule.
I can practice all I want here. We'll be able to tell when anyone comes within spellcasting range. I feel we're being watched again from Masadora's direction, but we have plenty of defensive spells.
We cast Blackout Curtain just in case, but nobody's tried to break it with fluoroscopy or peek. Oh well, enough thinking about spell cards. Practice, practice.
Okay.
And then Gon continues to train.
How much would this make us if we sold it?
Look who's talking.
And then it cuts to Killua after going through his training. Going through the exam, and he managed to do it.
It was fun. Good luck.
Thanks.
Go to apartment 503 and ask on the intercom, does Mikhail live here? Then do what he says.
And after he says goodbye to everybody, he rings the doorbell, and someone goes, "Yes."
Does Mikhail live here? He's in apartment 603.
Shop at the Deek Sakura by the station. Use this card at the checkout.
What is with these names of towns?
Shop at the Deek Sakura.
Shop at the Deek Sakura by the station. Use this card at the checkout.
And then Killua gets a card.
This way, please.
And then Killua goes into...
This way, please.
And then Killua enters into a room, and it's just tons of examinees. Yeah, tons of he's not done with his training, and he's not done with his exam. He's starting the exam. That's on me. I got that wrong. Sorry. But he's walking into this room full of examinees and all these serious-looking faces. Mom said that company has the highest quality of subpar, incomplete, bugged, and janky products. They're popular for all the wrong reasons. Yes, completely right. But Killua is walking around and... But Killua is walking around and he's seeing all these new people in this exam.
There are more people than last year. Anyone I know?
And then we get, I forgot his name. The dude that likes to mess with rookies and give them bad drinks so he can just cripple rookies all the time. I completely forgot his name. He's got the swept back hair and the big old eyebrows, and he tried to sabotage everyone during the initial exam. And he immediately recognizes that Killua is around and tries to move away from him.
Hey. So you failed anyway. We haven't forgotten what you did to us.
Oh, it's the brothers. Inbi, Anbi, and Ubi. I forget their names. I really do. It's been a while since I read like the first couple of volumes. But the three brothers that were going up against them originally, and the last time we saw them was everyone having to take each other's badges. Killua basically took all of them out.
We haven't forgotten what you did to us. It won't be the same this time.
We've been toiling away all year.
Anyone I know?
And the thing is, Killua doesn't even recognize them. And then there's a beep sound in front of all of the examinees. And we get some dude with a very ornate looking jacket going,
"Welcome, people! I hear of 1,489 people made it here this year. Thing is, the examiner for the next phase asked me to narrow it down to 300.
Oh, and I recognize some people. I recognize the dude that was scoffing at the fact that he had to do like a food challenge, but then realized its importance and decided to take the lesson next year. Then I recognize the girl who has that ability to control bees, and she was there when the snake charmer got killed by his own snakes, and she was trapped in the room with the snakes. And we got the three bros. We got the dude whose nose was very much broken during the first exam as well. Some people I actually recognize from the exam that didn't make it.
I didn't think we'd get this many. What kind of test should I give you? You guys want to duke it out?
Huh?
We have the time. Let's see. 2 hours till lunch. Knock out 5 people.
And he's got like a whole bunch of rings on his hands. He's got a big old goatee. It's funny how the goatee doesn't match the color of his hair, but big old glasses.
Knock out 5 people. Come see me after you take the badges of 5 others. I'll be waiting over in that stairwell. The test will begin when I close that door.
And then everyone gets in a battle stance, and he goes through the door, and it slams, and all you hear is just people yelling on the other side of the door, just over and over. And then he breathes out, so he just starts taking a smoke while he's waiting up the stairs.
I'd say 150 to 200 will make it through, taking into account double KOs. All exams should be like this. They have to be strong anyway.
And then it looks like Zepile. Yeah, Zepile is just unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, the shadow was all I saw. It flitted through the crowd, and people collapsed in its wake. I only later realized it was Killua, because of what he told me while I panicked.
You were trying out too? That's too bad. I'll be the only one to pass this year.
Killua said, I'm going to be the only one who passed? I have to go now. Thank you, sir. Of course, Kitten 1. And once again, congratulations on doing so well on your exams. But Killua says, I'm going to be the only one taking the rest of this exam. I'm taking all of y'all out. Killua basically weaved through this entire crowd, taking out every single person.
My doctor told me it was an unbelievably precise and quick blow to the neck. A martial artist I know said it was a superhuman feat. Yeah, we were confident. We thought we put in the effort. We practiced until we coughed up blood. We perfected our combo moves. We failed because we were ignorant of the existence of prodigies beyond our imagination. Here was someone who was born to be a first-rate hunter. It's as if we were racing down the hallway going at 60 miles an hour, and he breezed by at 180.
What was all our effort for? From his perspective, we accomplished nothing. This'll be our last year trying out. I'm sure others will make the same decision this year.
And then it cuts to the proctor, who apparently nodded off after smoking so many cigs, and he's just knocked out. And then he hears something moving towards him, and it's only Killua. Killua is the only one to go up the stairwell, and the proctor goes,
Oop, I fell asleep. Finally, the first successful candidate of the first phase. Hey, it's been an hour and a half. What are the others doing?
They're all sleeping.
Huh?
And the proctor is shocked to see that not only does Killua have his badge and a couple of others, but he's dragging entire bags full of everyone else's badges behind him.
It took a while rounding up the badges.
And then when he goes out into the open, the proctor realizes that Killua essentially took out every single examinee on his own. My thing is, Killua probably would have stood a good chance taking out everybody in the first exam, though there would have been some people that gave him trouble. But due to the training he's gone through, ever since the events of the first exam, all the way up until now, including the training with Biscuit, this dude is exponentially stronger than he's ever been before, especially after encountering the Phantom Troop. Yeah, these guys are basically nothing now.
I doubt they'll wake up before tomorrow. You still want to do a second phase?
And then Netero is laughing because he heard about this.
There's no need. His skill's already been proven. Killua, inhabitant of the shadows. Sounds like he's grown and matured a lot. I'm impressed.
Killua, examining 1219.
Here! The only one this year to pass the honor exam!
Thanks.
And then Killua walks away. He went to the exam and aced it. He literally passed the entire exam by taking out every single other examinee who was there. And that's the end of chapter 148. Onwards to 149. Almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Chapter 149, Encounter! And Killua makes his way back to Greed Island.
Welcome to Greed Island. Ah, are you Killua by any chance?
Yeah.
Do you want me to explain the game?
Nah, no thanks.
And then we have Biscuit and Gon greeting Killua again.
Hey, welcome back, Killua! How'd it go?
I passed, duh. It took more time getting back.
And both Gon and Killua just, fist bumps each other.
Back to business. Could you look at our spells?
Let me see. Oh, you got a lot. I wonder how much this rank S card is worth.
See? Let's go ask!
No, we should cast it.
What's the harm in asking?
'Cause you'll sell it if it's worth a lot.
Hmm?
What do you think we should do? Well, I think we can hold on to it for now. We don't have any cards to protect anyway. We won't have to worry about getting robbed with this many defensive spells. So have you cast any?
Just Blackout Curtain.
What? We have spells, we might as well use them.
Well,
Cast them. We should get used to it or we'll choke when there's real trouble.
and then they have a card that's called Contact. Talk to one other player, one you've met before in the game, through the binder for a maximum of 3 minutes. Only the player who initiated the contact can break it off.
Try casting this one. Check out how many people you've met.
Contact on!
Let me see. Oh, quite a lot.
And then while Killua's going down the list of people that he's contacted, his eyes suddenly light up.
Hey, Gon, when did you come across him?
Huh?
And then Gon looks at the binder, and the name that pops up of people he can be in contact with is Crollo Lucilfer.
Crollo? Who? I haven't seen him in the game.
What? Then you passed him without seeing him.
But Karapika sealed his nen. Who's Karapika?
Yeah, he can't enter the game without Nen. That means...
Guys, tell me what's going on!
And Biscuit proceeds to punch both Killua and Gon into the sky. And then it cuts to Biscuit going,
Sure, there are ways to remove Nen.
Really?
Why not? If Nen can affect people, it's not so strange that there are abilities to remove that effect. It's called exorcism, but there are few who can do it.
So Crollo must have removed Karapika's Nen.
But what's he doing here?
I have no idea, but we better tell Karapika.
All right, I'll hop out once more.
We have a leave. Oh wait, all right, I'll hop out once more.
We have a leave.
Keep it. I'll be back in 4 hours.
and then we get to the rest of the Phantom Troop. And Shalnark is laughing.
Of course!
Hey, Shal, stop laughing and explain.
Sorry. This probably isn't Crollo. There is a chance he's here, and we passed within 20 meters without noticing each other. But there's a better explanation. Crollo's Nen is still sealed.
and he came here without knowing it was Greed Island.
And that gets Fink's attention.
Why didn't I notice it before? Greed Island is due east of Yorknew.
And that's when we're learning. We are learning! And the Phantoms, the troop, I might as well just call them the troop. Because you know it's the Phantom Troop. There is literally no other troop name in the series. The troop goes, gasp, le gasp.
His fortune.
I don't know why my phone went off. Fandango, leave me alone.
His fortune. I get it. He ended up here looking for the Exorcist. He came by sea just like we did, and Razor teleported him off. Then he realized this was Greed Island. But he can't use Nen, so he can't get here the legitimate way. So he hired someone to play the game in his stead. He told him to use his name as a handle, a message to us. The Exorcist is on Greed Island.
They're gonna take Abengane. I forgot. Oh, Abengane! Because since he was able to remove the Nen ability of the bomb off his shoulders, oh, it's all coming back to me! They're gonna go after Abengane!
The Exorcist is on Greed Island.
And then Finks just starts laughing and clenching his fists.
Our goals changed again. I can't imagine there be any further amendment. Let's bring the others here, too. Yeah, we should all look for this Exorcist.
When we find him, we hand him over to this Crollo. A small correction.
You.
It's
A small correction.
You! Hisoka!
Hisoka's in the game.
It was my idea to use Crollo's name. I didn't know I didn't have to use my own name until I got inside. Don't you think I got the point across well?
Fool! You be quiet. Just do what you're supposed to do. I know what you're after. I'd like to kill you now, but I'll leave that to Crollo.
Cast contact to talk. I'll let you know if I find anything. Bye.
And then Hisoka is just gone. Hisoka is gone. And then Shizuku speaks up.
So, Crollo hired Hisoka. Meh.
His reward is probably a post-exorcism duel.
And then Shalnark.
But now it's only a matter of time until Crollo's back.
And it shows Crollo sitting in front of his book. And it's a very detailed look of Crollo's face.
I don't think so. I would know if and when he or any spider removes my Nen.
Because Killua's on the phone with Karapika.
You took it into account when you set up your ability?
Of course. It's only natural to assume abilities that could remove Nen exist as well.
Jerk.
Well,
I let you know. You're on your own.
thanks for taking the trouble.
And we get a detailed image of Karapika.
It's not Crollo, but it's not unrelated.
Then we get Melody.
Karapika, the boss is calling you.
And Karapika travels with Melody into Neon's room.
Why? Why won't it come out anymore?
There we go. I really need to soundproof my room. But we get Neon, who's in her room, and it looks very trashed, full of all sorts of things.
Why? Why won't it come out anymore?
And we get Nostrade. Who looks very disheveled because, remember, Crollo took Neon's fortune-telling ability. Just straight up stole her ability.
Yes, sir? What am I supposed to do this month? Tell me, what should I do? Leave everything to me. It's fine. What do you know? You have no idea what will happen in the future. Neon, get Neon back to normal, now! Darn it. Why did this happen?
And then we cut back to Killua and Gon.
What'd he say? He's not the real Crollo. Oh, but Karapika sounded unfazed. He didn't react much at all.
I thought he'd be more shocked.
Guess we didn't have to worry after all, huh? Okay, back to focusing on your own issues.
Gon.
Gon, why don't you show Killua your signature move?
And then Gon's face beams up. And Killua's looking kind of curious. But that's the end of chapter 149. Onwards to chapter 150. Well, we only have this one and the one after, and then we're donezo. Chapter 150, Embarkment. John, Ken, paper! And then Gon shoots out this small Nen orb, and then it just floops in front of Killua.
Oh.
Next, rock. Show me rock. John, Ken, scissors. And yo, Kitty, it's good to see you. We are on the second to last chapter of today's reading of Hunter x Hunter. It is going very, very well. John, Ken, scissors! And he swipes his hand in front of this long leaf that's being supported by these rocks, and because he made the edges of his fingers with Nen sharp, he cut the twig off. Yes, I did it!
This is your first success?
No, it's my 5th.
And how many failures?
My success rate's getting better. It's now 1 in 10.
I think.
By the way, do you have to yell those words every time?
Huh? Sure. Otherwise, it's not like a special attack.
Maybe, but you're telegraphing to the enemy.
What if you get attacked while you're yelling?
I'll dodge and say it.
What if you can't?
I'll still say it.
Oh wait, this is Killua going.
What if you get attacked while you're yelling?
I'll dodge and say it.
What if you can't?
I'll still say it.
Show me rock! You're okay with this?
Sure. I have some misgivings, but he likes it. That's important. Having the options of close, mid-range, and long-range attacks will be flexible and effective. It'll be quite formidable with improvement. What about you?
Me? I thought about it, but I decided on this.
And Killua shows her something, but we don't see it.
This and electricity. Good idea. It'll be a good weapon.
Isn't it? I'm thinking up lots of ways to use them.
You guys have done well. Let's get started then.
Okay, back to basics.
Not training, actually playing the game.
And then time passes and we get to this very, very huge tree. Thankfully, a lot larger than the overlap tree of Alan Wake 2. Isn't it huge? The legendary King White Stag Beetle lives here. It usually stays deep within its colony and you can't even see it. Only one way to catch one. Knock it out of the tree at dusk, the only time it comes out.
Are there other ways? That's the way the game goes.
You have to hit it here pretty hard. Only 7 people have succeeded.
That's quite a few.
Ha! Thousands more have tried.
There's nobody around. Go all out.
Okay.
Don't you want to use the hammer?
And Gon goes up to the spot where it looks like where those 7 people have managed to knock into the tree, but he just goes up there without any weapons. Show me rock! And Killua's watching. I mean, the way Gon is stancing himself up, he's stancing himself up as if an actual wrecking ball is about to hit the tree. John, Ken, rock! And Gon hits the tree so hard, it shakes the tree. And it just rains bugs all over the place.
Wow! Wow! It's raining bugs! What a haul! Rhino beetles and praying mantises! Found it! The King White Stag Beetle! Another one! I got one!
And the dude here's the thing. I thought the dude had a fur hat, like a raccoon coon hat on his head, like the trademark one that you used to see back in the day. I thought he had that on his head. No, his hair is literally just styled like that. It looked like it was a whole hat, but that's his hair. And he's just looking at them all.
The stag white beetle. 3 of them.
Now, if I zoom in, because the text is small, king white stag beetle. It used the king
white stag beetle. 3 of them.
Card number 53, king white stag beetle. It uses special pheromones to lure other insects to build a huge colony. It leaves the colony once a day for an evening stroll. Yes, because bugs just go out for a stroll.
I've been a ranger for years. You're the first to get 3 in one shot.
I eased off, though.
Huh?
If I went all out, I was afraid I'd hurt the tree.
And the guy has a pipe in his mouth, and it just falls out of his mouth like, you were holding back? You hit the tree so hard that all sorts of bugs just fell out. What you mean?
Let's get more of this card while we're here. Why? We could use them for trading. He said only 7 have succeeded. There must be plenty of people who have tried and failed.
And then Gon proceeds to just punch the tree again, knocking more beetles out.
Oh well. Only the first 3 converted into cards, even though the limit is 30. What do we do with these? The other 7 players must have had the same idea. Let them go? Only a select few may enter this mansion. On to the next one.
A girl being held captive here? Kids, what proof do you have? Oh wait,
A girl's being held captive here? Kids, what proof do you have? If you try to sneak in, innumerable traps will thwart you. You'll be dead before you even find the girl's room.
I thought he wanted proof. Found her in a secret room in B4, in room B4. Oh wait, found her in a secret room in B4. Those were traps? Seemed like rides.
What? Why you? And then this person that was trying to hide the girl, he gets punched tries to go for Killua, but he winds up getting punched into the air by Killua.
Got the first of the girl series.
Gold Dust Girl. Card number 46. My inflection on that was like card number 46. Card number 46. A girl who sheds gold dust from her body. 500 grams of gold can be harvested from her daily bath. Very shy, she rarely leaves the house.
The guards rank F. Now we head south from the Shiso. Now we heard south from the Shiso tree. There are 3 cards at Doria's, the gambling town. When'd you find all this out? I wasn't doing nothing while you guys practiced. People want to show a cute little girl how much they know.
And she puts on the baby, on the young girl act with.
I want to leave, but I don't have any cards to trade with. And batting eyelashes. They gave me all the info I wanted.
Isn't tomorrow the 15th? Oh, the monthly Ento Kiba tournament. It's on the way, Biscuit. This way we have plenty of defensive spells.
And then we get to the tournament and both Gon and Killua win.
The winners are Killua and Gon.
The Paladin's necklace. It's ours. The text doesn't explain much. Let's ask at a trade shop.
And the Paladin's necklace reads out, a player wearing this will reflect curses cast upon him and be able to undo curses placed on cards he touches.
Let's ask at a trade shop.
It casts reflect on you as long as you're wearing it. You can also revert cards cursed by cologne and fake by touching them.
Cologne. It's clone, but not cologne. I don't know why I dragged that word out.
You can also revert cards cursed by cologne and fake by touching them.
Wow, we won't have to worry about having our cards stolen. But we won't be able to have it as a card.
Yeah, this is the prize for January. We have only one chance to get it a year.
Take a good look.
And they both look in the book.
It's rank D. We can cast Recycle on this card. Rank D? Even though you can only get it once a year?
Notes, and it shows notes on spell cards.
Well, you can also get it through, compromise and corruption. We can make more of this card under the right conditions, but it'll be great trading fodder.
So Gon puts the necklace on.
We have nothing to fear! Off to Doria's, the gambling town!
And they get many more cards. We get Witch's Potion. Kiss a pill and have your intended drink it. And he or she will fall in love with you. 1 pill lasts 1 week. 1 vial contains 500 pills. Card 64. Then we have card 90, which is Memory Helmet. You will never forget things you see or hear while wearing this helmet. Unfortunately, it's extremely large and heavy. And then card number 25, Risky Dice. A 20-sided die with 1 worse luck page, 1 worse luck face, and 19 great luck faces. Great things happen when you roll great luck, but worse luck will be bad enough to cancel out all the previous great lucks.
Easy money!
Easy? Not at all. It was only possible through 3 months of backbreaking effort.
It's only easy to Killua and Gon now simply because of the training that Biscuit put him on. But this is the end of chapter 150. On to the last chapter of today! Chapter 151, Progress. And that's what we've been making with Hunter x Hunter, baby! Chapter 151, Progress.
We have a memory helmet, 3 witches' love potions, 4 risky dice, 3 king whitestack beetles, 3 gold dust girls, and a paladin's necklace. A total of 15 specified slot cards. We took all we could. We got more dice than that we could convert to cards. The gold dust girl cracked me up. She was locked up again when you guys went in. Let's keep up the good work. I'd like to put some of the duplicates to good use.
And then the book starts to disappear. No, it's not that. It's the book forcibly appears in their hands.
Another player has cast fluoroscopy on you. Black curtain will cancel its effect. The people who've been watching us are taking action. Gon, cast another black curtain.
Blackout curtain, not black curtain.
Blackout curtain will cancel its effect. The people who've been watching us are taking action. Gon, cast another blackout curtain. Blackout curtain on!
Another player has cast contact on you. Hey, Gon. You never understood this part of Hunter x Hunter? It's basically just like this open world card game. But I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I forgot the rules. I forgot what half of these cards do. All I know is you basically just need to fill up your entire binder to 100% with all the cards that you need in the specified card slots, and that's how you beat the game. That's literally all I know. But knowing each and every single card effect is literally the reason why I don't play card games at all. I don't mess with Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't mess with Pokemon. I don't mess with even Magic the Gathering or not even the One Piece trading card game, despite the fact that it would be cool to have that. I used to have Naruto cards, where I just have a whole bunch of them, but I never knew the game, and I never bothered to learn the game because I never cared. I just wanted to collect stuff. So I'm completely lost. It's like I'll be the person just spectating, but don't expect me to participate. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, because I'm still working on that baby right now. Yeah, those are my types of games. Hey, Gon.
I don't know you.
Guess not. What if I tell you I took the Sword of Truth from you in Antiquiba?
What do you want?
A trade. You've been racking up the cards. You've gotten so much better than before. What kind of magic did you use?
Honest effort.
I see. Let's get to the point. Want to trade with me? We have 66 The Witch's Diet Pills and 27 Book of VIP passes. Let me know in 1 minute.
Well,
I want to ask. You're calling because you saw us win yesterday, right? Are you always hanging around Antiquiba?
Of course not. I only go on the 15th of every month. I'm in Doria's I'm in Dorias right now. Just like you.
Where'd you get those 2 cards?
Hey, I even told you their numbers. Use analysis or guideposts to look them up yourself. We have 15 seconds left. What cards do you have to trade?
64, Witch's Love Potion, and 25, Risky Dice.
Okay, I'll take the Witch's Love Potion. Let's meet 500 meters northwest of Dorias in 20 minutes.
And then they meet up.
Hey, which card do you want?
Book of VIP passes.
Then he takes it out, and then they trade cards, and then everyone leaves. They just leave. This was actually the only mutual exchange that didn't result in people getting hit, beaten, killed, or resulted in an altercation. It was just a simple trade. We're here to trade. Here you go. Thank you. Pleasure doing business. And then they just leave. They just leave. See ya. And they're gone.
that went well.
Kind of a letdown. I was so nervous. 7 types in 3 days. We're going at a good pace. We're on a roll. Are there any other cards in this town? Well, there are, but one is a prize in the slots. You win when you get a 3-7. The odds of winning are 1.
Oh, wait, is that Killua or is that... Oh, wait, that's Killua.
We're on a roll. Are there any other cards in this town? Well, there are, but one is a prize in the slots. You win when you get a 3-7. The odds of winning are 1 in 10,000. At 50 Jenny per turn, on average, you'd spend 500,000 Jenny.
There's too much luck involved.
Yeah, a lot of risk. Risk. Gon! Those dice!
And then he looks at the dice and they flip and he tosses them. And it's a good roll.
Good. Now spin the slots.
And it goes to a 7.
Oh.
Another 7. Oh! And then 3 7s.
Yes! On the first try!
And they get the Rainbow Diamond card. And everyone's cheering for them. Well, I won't say everyone's cheering for them. They just get the attention of other ones because they managed to get 777s on the very first try. I know so many gamblers who want to have that kind of luck. Then the casinos would be put out of business. It's crazy. And then you'll get kicked out because you're actually winning. The only way you can beat a casino is to win once and then leave. That is how you win and never come back. If you hit 4 digits on your earnings, leave with it. Oh, don't you want to play some more? Nope, I want to cash out. Oh, will we be seeing you again? Nope, because the house always wins and I'm winning this time. Goodbye. I'm taking my winnings with me. But they got the Rainbow Diamond card. Sorry, I'm going off on different tangents here. 79 Rainbow Diamond. A diamond that shines in a rainbow of colors. Propose with this diamond, and she is guaranteed to say yes. If she says yes because of the size of the diamond, then that's not you she loves.
Got the Rainbow Diamond! I knew it! Got the Rainbow Diamond! I knew it! These dice are the key to winning in this city.
But it's scary to think of the worst luck scenario.
That's why I'll give the card to you.
All right. And he gives it to Gon.
I'll give you the rest of my cards, too. That way we at least won't lose all my cards.
What if something happens to you?
Don't worry, it's only a 5% chance, and it's not like I die.
I don't gamble, neither would I. Neither do I. I don't either. That's the reason why I can't stand gachas and the gacha mechanic, because it's essentially gambling. It's essentially gambling. That's the reason why I'd rather be a free-to-play player. Because pouring money into the chance of making a success, that is exactly what gambling is. It's gambling. I can't stand it.
What if something happens to you?
Don't worry, it's only a 5% chance, and it's not like I die.
And then there's an explosion. Oh no! A slot machine blew up in that guy's face!
That machine paid out 5 times in a row. Something was wrong with it.
The guy was acting weird too. He kept mumbling just once more while rolling some weird die.
And it's the same dice that Killua wants to use to win so much. This is the sign where you go ahead and take your winnings and you leave. It's a sign! Because the die rolled on the worst luck. The slot machine basically blew up in that guy's face.
Did you hear that? Stop while we're ahead!
No, I'm gonna go through with it. Just one more time.
He's the type to self-destruct, like in York knew. We can drag him away if we have to.
And then we get someone else who goes, card dealer going,
You want to play poker with me? The Casino King. Kid, you're playing with fire.
and I can't tell what this hand is. What is this hand? Oh, is it a royal flush when you get a 10, a jack, a queen, a king, and an ace? Or is that a full house? Is that a full house? No, that's a royal flush. A full house is 2 aces and 2 jacks and 3 aces. A flush is a king, a 10, a 8, a 7, and a 5. 4 of a kind is literally 4 of a kind of all hearts, spades, diamonds, and clubs. Straight flush is jacks, 10, 9, 8, 7. But a royal flush is ace, king, queen, jack, and a 10. Okay, so Killua wins with a royal flush.
Got the fledgling gambler.
That's it for the dice.
Just once more.
And Biscuit says, like, nope, you had enough, and proceeds to just karate chop Killua in the back of his neck in order to fully knock him out. Got no clue. Don't worry, I looked it up. I don't know much about poker. The only thing I know about it is, when I pay attention to it in movies, such as John Wick, Chapter 4. That's all I know. Just from the whole, Oddly enough, that character's name who was doing the cards was also named Killa. Not Killua, but Killa, so it kind of lines up a little bit. But Biscuit chops Killua in the back of the neck and goes,
Off to the next town.
Let's sell the extra dice.
and Gon is carrying the unconscious Killua. And they get many more cards. They get Fledgling CEO, card number 45. Oh, they wouldn't even let me look at the Fledgling Gambler card. I actually wanted to read that description. But they get the Fledgling CEO, card number 45. What? Warm this magic egg in your hand for 3 hours a day for 1 to 10 years, and you will become a top CEO when it hatches. The stronger your desire during incubation, the sooner it will hatch. That seems like too much work. Then we have Doyen's Growth Pills. Card number 67. Each pill causes you to grow 1 centimeter taller. 1 vial contains 100 pills. Not recommended for people under 20 years of age. And then the next one they get, while they're on this massive montage, is Staff of Judgment, card number 82. Raise this staff in the air while calling out the name of someone you want to punish, and calamity will befall the one of you who has committed more bad deeds, the target or yourself. Too much of a risk, I don't need that one.
We're halfway there! Our 50th card! We've got so far in 1 month! Our map is filling up.
It's getting harder from here.
All the cards we've gotten have been rank A or less. It's hard to even get information on cards rank S and above.
Oh yeah, you can only buy information on cards up to rank A at the shops.
Then what do we do?
We'll have to use guideposts to find out where they are, and ask around from there. But I have another idea.
What?
Use the risky dice in a lottery! We'll get something good!
And both Biscuit and Gon just go, no! No!
We only have 1 goalpost. Better get more spell cards in Macedora. Accompany on to Macedora!
Total 100 spell cards of 29 types. No rares.
8 lotteries, 1 cling, 1 purify, 1 recycle, 1 list, 1 accompany, 1 contact.
Wait, sorry. I completely overlooked the numbers.
8 lotteries, 1 cling, 1 purify, 1 recycle, 9 lists, 1 accompany, 6 contacts, 5 peaks, 3 fluoroscopies, 12 defensive walls, 3 reflects, 1 magnetic force, 1 pickpocket, 1 trade, 6 returns, 1 origin, 3 leaves, 3 clairvoyances, 4 drifts, 2 collisions, 6 drawbridges, 1 mug, 1 corruption, 1 dispel, 3 blackout curtains, 2 traces, 1 rock toss, 3 guideposts, and 10 analyses.
I've been wondering. There are hundreds of players here. Isn't it odd that we've been able to convert every item we've gotten into cards?
What do you mean?
Even rank B specified slot cards have a limit of around 30. Other people should have gotten them before us. Maybe. Or it could mean less than 30 people or teams can even compete. Oh, right. See, it's not odd. Most players probably risk their lives just getting to Masadora. Forget about specified slot cards. They can't even make it back to reality. How tragic if they come all the way and don't get a leave, huh? They're all like that. That's why they say nobody returns.
And then something comes to Killua's recollection.
That's right. Huh? What would you do if you got to Masadora and couldn't get any leaves? And you don't have the guts or skill to make it to the port.
I'd earn money to keep buying more spell cards.
Yeah, right? And what if you get a rare spell card in the process? Sell it to get more spell cards. You think?
You think? I'd keep it. What if all the cards you get next are more commons? You could keep the rare to trade for someone's leave.
Oh! Get the idea? There might be lots of players here like that. We should stake out the spell card shop.
And it shows someone leaving the spell card shop, and he's looking sad.
Want to go back to the real world? We have a leave. Want it?
And they just start selling their leaves.
With 3 leaves?
We got the rank 8 cards, clone, holy water, etc. A total of 57 cards.
And they've made so much progress selling all the leaves that they had because they have... Where is it? They have 3. Well, they have 3, but they did a whole bunch of trading. And now they have 57 cards now. But yeah,
Total of 57 cards.
Volume 15, Progress, End. That is the last chapter of Volume 15, ladies and gentlemen. And that spells the end for my entire reading of Hunter x Hunter for today. I'll chop out any quiet moments that don't need to be there. But overall, this was a very good read. Gon and Killua have improved their Nen capabilities thanks to Biscuit's training. The progress of them progressing through Greed Island now that their training is done, pretty much, they can now fully start to enjoy the game now. The Phantom Troop is working out ways to find the Exorcist in order to free Crollo from the curse inflicted on him by Kurapika. Things are not looking good for Nostrade because his daughter can no longer tell fortunes because Crollo stole her ability. And, not to mention... No, that's pretty much it. Oh, also, Killua aced the Hunter exam in literally the very first half of the exam by basically taking out every single person there, just knocking them out and just beating everyone to ever hoping of completing the exam for the remainder of that year. So a lot of good things happened within today's readings for Hunter x Hunter, and I'm looking forward to reading more Hunter x Hunter for you guys next week. Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Even consider checking out my Patreon because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. And because I know you're coming back anyway. Have a fantastic day. And once again, as always... Later, peoples!